Stadium for Super Bowl 60. One game remains to crown a champion. It's the AFC champion, Baltimore Ravens, and the champions of the NFC, the Atlanta Falcons. Wherever you are, welcome to America's great sports day. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Super Bowl Sunday, 195 different countries know all about it. They're watching, Greg, and for the players, this moment, they've built so much, and now it's here, a chance to take the field in the biggest football game of the year.
We're going to hear all week, Mike, from every team leading up to the Super Bowl. For the players that have been here before, there's such an advantage. You know what to expect.
See the numbers for him in this first quarter of play, and looking to build on them here as they begin with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jackson. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
On play action, here's Jackson. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Touchdown catch on their opening drive. Terrific way to start, getting a second crack at it here as they begin 1st and 10.
Warren.
A first down throw for Jackson. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Lamar going to work from the pistol. It's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Just one catch thus far, but it was a big one. Let's see if they get him more involved as they go back to work with 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Jackson. And this will be incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Look there at the receiving numbers for him in the first half. Trying to add on as this drive. Jackson now to throw on first down. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
Brings up second
and 10.
at the 20-yard line.
Pistol formation with Jackson. Throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Third and 2.
Quick throw, taken in. Now a timeout. Atlanta, that's their first, as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming.
Fourth down.
Ravens offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. From the 33, here's second down and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
Back to throw, Jackson. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Here's third and 7. To throw is Jackson. The throw here is complete. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Gain on the play. It's fourth down.
Ravens offense ready to take over once again. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with first and 10. Play action now. Jackson. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, that was a pretty easy touchdown. He was wide open, Greg. Easy chance to close the deal, and they do. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll begin with first and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
We're not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball's over 60 yards in the air, and we'll be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete things.
They go 5 receivers for third down and 4. Now it's Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. Second reception of this Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 35.
Jackson now. And is open middle of the field. It is caught. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. That is second touchdown of this Super Bowl. Ravens offense ready to get back to work. They'll start it here with a first and 10.
Hey, come on. No.
Jackson gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick first down.
First and 10.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Now, faking the give. Got a man left side. It's caught. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Set to go now on first and 10. Now, Jackson. That is left side and caught by Flowers. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain on first down. They pick up 7 yards.
36-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
They'll run it with Henry. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
Here is a big one. Third down and 2. Off the play fake. Jackson. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Sure, they're thinking about the decision after the touchdown since they're down 7. But first, they've got to get the TD. It is first down and goal. Henry is in. Touchdown, Baltimore! A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from Ravens offense, ready to get back at it. We're all even, fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage, and they'll start with first and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
So if this was an NBA game, Mike, we call that a heat check. He wasn't even open, but you know what? With the success that they've had all game so far, he's just saying, you know what? Everything we do is coming up right. I'm just going to give my guy a shot. And this time the defense had him covered, but expect him to continue to look his way. He's had a monster day.
A massive play here. Late tie game, third down. He's going to try it here again. He's got it. And he will take this one in. 76 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get.
Ravens offense back onto the field for their next possession. And on the defensive side, they do still have their 3 timeouts, so there's an outside hope here you can force fourth down and see where things go from there. They'll drop to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. Henry rumbles to the first down and more. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not. Things are pretty much spoken for.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Wow, you talk about a compelling Super Bowl. That's as good as we could ask for, Greg.
It's on to a new week for Baltimore. And next on the schedule are the Chiefs. One of their
Project X, this ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. Ha! 1600 block. I just wanna rock. I just wanna I just wanna rock. Body out of ya. Shorty got that body out of ya. No time, set up. You gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, no lie.
Built on the side of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Up to the races, middle of the field. He does it, touchdown Baltimore. The Ravens finish off their opening drive. Derrick Henry, the touchdown.
Sure didn't take long for somebody.
Ravens headed back out on offense as we get a look at their receiver. They're 1 for 1 so far to begin the new NFL season. Touchdown on their opening drive. Let's see if they have 2 for 2 in them. First down throw for Jackson. Has it downfield, working the left. They'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Lamar off the play fake. Taking a deep shot here. This is caught inside the 15. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens slice the lead down. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch your breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's sent out right after he makes that catch at the 40-yard line. Wow, the start he is on. This is going to be a heck of a performance if he and his quarterback can keep this pace up today, Brock.
Hey, by starting so strong, he's going to benefit all of his fellow receivers. This defense is going to have to start dictating coverage to him, and it's going to open up his boys.
First and 10. Here's Jackson. He's going to push one deep down the right and in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead.
Well, Most front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run. Because with his speed, that route is a winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Play action now with Jackson. The left side caught by Andrews. And he is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line. They get 22 out of that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down. They go play fake with Jackson. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Again, it's Jackson to the air. He's got a man left. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get some late points and the lead. And that is his 3rd touchdown catch. Certainly enough to call this a very good game for him. And we're still in the opening half, so what else might he accomplish before we're done here? Offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They're going to have to be quick about anything that they want to do here, partner. Enough time for a few snaps at most. keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. Oh, he drops and cuts it right. He's off to the races. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens will add to their lead at the end of the half. Derrick Henry, the touchdown.
Hey, Kate, we're not even to halftime, and this guy has already got a game's worth of success. And the great thing is that, yes, it benefits him individually, statistically, but you know it just sets the table for everybody else because that play-action pass should be devastating.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot! Sit hot! 180! Sit hot!
On first down, Jackson gets it downfield, on target to Flowers. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens grow the lead coming out of halftime. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they have prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive. That's about trust. Trusting your QB is going to make the right decision on these crucial scoring plays. He found his read, and he made the connection for 2.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They're looking at the entire field in front of them. A long drive ahead, Brock, as they start out very close to their own goal line. The drive begins with Henry. And it won't be a safety. He just got back to the line, Brock, but that was close. Got out at his own one.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
If only every game could go like this for him, right? He's been fed targets, and it seems like he's not just been able to bring them in, but he's been making good things happen every time he gets that football.
I'm having Marvin Harrison flashbacks right now, Kate. Being on the sidelines, watching that guy work, and in games like this, moments like this, where you can't feed him enough because that defense just simply has no answers.
Jaden Hicks there defensively.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. Their lead went from 3 touchdowns down to 2, Brock, but still a 14-point advantage for him here in the third. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Play fake, Jackson. That's completed right side. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Defense.
So we thought he was beat deep and was going to give up the catch anyway. The interference call did indeed come out. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Trying for the deep ball. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. It's Henry on the counter. Still has some space inside the 35. And they take this in for the score. The Ravens lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Okay, we hear week after week how hard it is to run the football at the NFL level, and it is. But this guy today, he's making it look easy, and they rarely do that from the...
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. Handoff headed right to Henry. Again, he's got room. And he scores. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens put up even more points in a win. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. His 4th total score of the game.
That's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. Trying down the middle with Henry. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
This is Henry on 2nd. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's going to be a Baltimore 1st. New set of downs for him from the 31.
Hey, come on.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Fights his way through a tackle. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, it's going to go right through you.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
There's no negatives ever on a great shoot for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Jackson on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with the touchdown.
Offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And he's out the clear. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Ravens continue piling it on here in the 4th. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. A 5th rushing score for him as he moves one away from the NFL record. And yet again, he's made... Offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. They give to Henry on the inside handoff. Nice cut back to the right sideline. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Quick. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. They're going to pass it here. This one's to Andrews outright. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. They give right side to Henry. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. Well, partner, long season ahead, but undoubtedly a good start here today.
Thus far, he has delivered on the promise that others saw in him. So much so that his coach has a new challenge, becoming the type of leader every team needs.
career is more at stake when you in your prime. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, they just want a piece of mind. I've been focused on the future, never on right now. But I'm not kombucha, either pink or brown. I'm the one that introduced you to the you right now.